Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to drain the water from your fuel in your Freightliner Cascadia. So I had this problem before where there was water in the fuel and I ignored it, and then the engine ended up stopping, like seized, and then it was kind of complicated because I think basically, as you can see, I also need to do a regen right now. So when you need to do a regen and there's water, the regen basically can't complete for whatever reason, so eventually your engine is going to stop. So it is important, especially if you had an incident where actual water went in, to drain it. So I'm going to show you how to drain it on the, I believe this is 2021. I'm going to put this in the description, the exact year what this Freightliner is. So yeah, Freightliner Cascadia. As you can see, it says water in the fuel, drain now, and you have this little water fuel thing right going on. So let me go outside and show you. So all you're gonna need is a flathead screwdriver, is what I used last time, and I'm gonna show you what you need to do. So I'm here at a truck stop, so it's a little loud from the other trucks. So all you gotta do is, this thing right here is your like water fuel separator, and then on the bottom of this there is a hose coming out, and you see there's a clip. There's a little metal clip right here, and then there's this thing that you can turn right here. So by the way, first of all, before you start, make sure you turn your engine off for a little bit, because all these pipes around here could be hot. So if you cool it off, then you're going to be able to work better over here. Okay? So what you do is, you got to pull this pin out. Okay, this little metal pin. So what I use is the flathead screwdriver. So I pull it out with the flathead like this, and then I unscrew this, and then once you unscrew it, this pipe leads to down here, and it's gonna drain all the water and the fuel. So once you see it's clear, it's only fuel coming out, then you can tighten it up again. So it's gonna be kind of hard to show, but I'm gonna try my best. So hold on, let's see if this is the view of the camera. So we need to see here. Okay. Well, let's hope it's going to be visible. So again, I'm taking the flathead screwdriver, pushing it in, releasing the pin. Whoops. This is the pin that you're going to release. Okay? Otherwise you're not going to be able to turn it. So once you release the pin, and guys, I thought that this is the wrong way to do it, but it turns out that this is the actual exact way how you drain the water in the fuel. Other Freightliners have an easier way. Now you're going to turn this thing. Okay, so you're going to turn it loose and turn until liquid starts spilling out. Okay? So again, okay, so you see, you're starting to spill, and as you can see, this is not clear fuel. This looks like almost antifreeze. I might have some problems going on, but this is obviously not the fuel that you put in the truck stop. So it could be just water. This is the color, I'm not sure, but you let it drain until it becomes the clear color that you know the fuel is when you put in the truck. It's always more like a white or light yellow color. So you can turn it more loose to get it to flow faster. So I'm turning it more so it comes out faster. So you see now it's starting to clear up. It looks more like real fuel now. See, now this is the color that you're looking for. Once you got the correct color, you tighten this back up. Oh. Make make sure the hose doesn't fall out. Hold on. I'm having trouble to tighten it, and in the meantime I'm moving a bunch of fuel. Tighten it all the way up. On my ends. Okay. And now don't forget to put the pin back in. So just push it in right here. Be hot, so make sure you pull the engine off before you start. It could be a little bit tough to get it in the pin. Uh-oh. Let's see. I remember last time it takes a lot of like leverage. Hold on. Stick around because I'm going to show you how to start the engine. It's not going to start so easy. Maybe I have to loosen this a little bit for the pin to fit. Pretty sure I'm putting the pin in the right place. It just can be a little tough. It hurts a little bit on the fingers. Okay, so let's see. There you go. So I got the pin in. Make sure I tighten this up again so the pin is in. Now the problem is because we drained all the fuel, the system is not primed, so your engine might not start. So we're gonna actually test it out. If it's not starting, I'm gonna show you how. So first of all, you see the water and the fuel went away because we drained it, so we're all good. Now I'm gonna try to start the engine, and we're gonna try to start it and see what happens. Okay, so you see, it doesn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Okay, so what you do is, so again here, this is your water fuel filter separator. This is where we open it, we release the pin, it drains out to the floor, all the water and fuel until it's clear. Now when you're done, you unscrew this little thing, okay? This is like a pump. You're gonna be able to pump the fuel, and hold on. So you unscrew it all the way. Okay, once it's like this, pull it up. It might look like you still have to turn, but you just gotta pull it. And now you start pumping it. This is gonna basically pump the fuel back into this whole system, so it's ready to give fuel for the engine when you're ready to crank it. Now this, you might have to, especially because we drain it so much, and I already tried to start it once, you might have to pump it a lot, like 100 times, and it could be pretty exhausting, but this is what you gotta do. And if you ever run out of fuel and then it doesn't start up again, this is the same thing you have to do. Or your reefer, as you can hear, I drive a reefer unit. If it ever runs out of fuel, you also have to prime it. Okay, now I found a little trick. If you have another person and that person is cranking the truck while you pump it, then it's gonna take a lot less of pumping. Otherwise, if I'm doing it by myself, I'm gonna have to pump it 100 times or more for like 5 minutes until I'm able to try to crank it back up. Okay, so technically what they say is you should pump it until it's hard to push, then it's like all the way pumped, all the way primed. Okay, So pump, 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 pump. Again, if we had another person, this is my trick that I discovered. I don't know if it's a real thing, but I've done it already twice, where if another person's cranking the truck, you have to pump it while he's cranking it. So first you pump it, let's say 50 times. Then another person goes into the truck, starts it, and while he's starting it, you pump as fast as you can, and then it should work. Because I'm by myself, I'm gonna have to do this like this, okay? So I might pause the video, or maybe you can skip ahead, or maybe somebody's gonna show up, another driver, and I'll ask him to crank it. Because see, right now it's still easy to pump. So technically, based on what the experts are saying, is that you still need to pump it. I don't want to try it now, because every time you try it, you basically lose all the progress in pumping. So you want to make sure when you try it, it's primed. If I wouldn't have tried it, just wanted to show you guys at the beginning, but if I would have started pumping it before I tried it, I would have been better off. Because every time you try, it takes a little fuel for when you try it, and then you got to start all over again. So make sure it's primed really well. By the way, once it's done, you just push it down and screw it back in. Okay? So pump, 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 pump. My back hurts. Another driver walks by, I'm gonna ask him to start it for me. I guess the reason why I'm keeping the video going is to show you that if it's not working for you, you really do have to prime it a lot. It's not like a 1, 2, 3 pump. You gotta pump, 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 pump. And if you're in a rush, it is what it is. You know? So again, look at all the fuel. This is the hose where it all came out from. We close it back up. We keep pumping. Let me know, guys, what else videos you want me to show you next. What drivers can do. Please subscribe, like this video, share it with friends. It's not easy to make these videos. I'm actually in a rush right now. I'm in Virginia after being in Connecticut. I'm already supposed to be there, but first I had to do this. So I'm doing it for YouTube, for you. Normally I would ask probably somebody else right now to crank it, but because I'm recording, it's gonna be kind of weird if I'm recording them and ask them to crank the truck at the same time. So I'm just gonna do it myself. Unless if somebody walks actually by, then it's less weird versus walking up to them with the camera and say, hey, can you start up my truck? Why? Because I think I discovered this trick. Alright. Well, first I'm putting it in the key on position, and I'm gonna pump it a little more. Because I also don't want to run out of battery. I don't know how many cranks you get. Till your battery. Okay, let's do it quick. There we go. So it started up, guys. Yes, I have engine lights. I had some breakdowns because of the regen. I don't think this is related because we had the water. But as you can see, the engine is working. I think it's good to give it a little gas so you kind of prime the system further. So all the fuel injectors, everything has fuel. And that's it. 14 minutes video. Could have been faster, but this is more the long form of what you need to do. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and peace.